I am so glad you said something, Joyce. Thank you. Okay, so let's try this again. Good morning, Joyce. Good morning, Irish Sail Lady. I see you've said, hope everyone in chat is well, having my lunch and waiting for a customer to pick up his sail, and the rest of the weekend is mine to quilt. Gotta love it. You guys are awesome. Thank you for being here this morning. You really do rock my world. You really do. So we are I'm still working on waking up. So if I stutter, if I repeat myself, it is not the normal. I know that. But there is a possibility that I will do that today. So how are you guys doing? Our cell lady put in what she was doing this morning. Well, actually, if she's eating her lunch, it's lunchtime there. So it's about noon in Florida. So I'm assuming that that's where you are at, Irish Sail Lady. And if I'm not mistaken, your name is Brandy, right? Correct me if I'm wrong. That's perfectly fine either way. All right, so I'm going to get my little, I've got some diagonal seam tape. I have now got the studio set up most of the way, so I can now start putting things back in order. When I take this table down, I have to take my diagonal seam tape off my machine. Whether I take the machine or whether I take the table to go sew somewhere else, or I take it just to put it up, I have to. Oh, snowing and wet. Yes, it is. It is coming down here. I mean, Well, I will say it's coming down. It is actually snowing sideways. It is going from south to north right now. It's not exactly coming down. But yeah, I totally get that. Yes, I'm in St. Augustine, Florida, in shorts and sandals today. Well, we were in short sleeves yesterday. I was in short sleeves and the skirt, and I was in boots, but I didn't have to be. I could have been in sandals. Absolutely could have been in sandals, but I did not do that. All right, so what I am working on today is the Elizabeth Hartman pattern for star systems. I probably need to put it in the description, so let me do that real quick because I know that is going to be a constant question today, which is no worries. It does happen. But let's see. Star systems. Let's see if it comes up with my normal link, and yes, that is it. And this pattern is $16 directly from Elizabeth Hartman. So if you were interested in this pattern, it is a really easy pattern to put together. It's not hard at all. It is definitely a lot of cutting, but it's not as much cutting as some of her other patterns. So if you've ever thought about doing an Elizabeth Hartman, there is a link in the description box, so you can click that link and get the pattern directly from Elizabeth Hartman. So you won't see any measurements from me today because it's not my pattern to give out measurements for. And if you, but yeah, if you need that, it is in the description below. Definitely click the like button if you are here and you are enjoying the content. So here's what we're going to do. Okay. So I already have the center of the quilt. This is the entire center block of the quilt. Let me see if grabbing my machine, you'll be able to see some of it, but not all of it. But we'll go ahead and do that anyway. All right, so the entire center of the quilt is what I've got up on the wall. I've got it folded in half along here and folded in half along here. So I don't have enough room on my design wall to have this extra 10 inches all the way around. My design wall is only 60 by 60, and this layout is 80 by 80. So what I am going to do, because I want it king size, is I am actually adding blocks to the outside. So let me show you, if I can, Let's see if I've got it set up correctly. Ooh, I do have it set up. All right, so I'm going to show you guys real quick what I'm going to do. All right, so this is my layout. Let me see if I can zoom it in or zoom it out a little bit. And that way you guys can see exactly what we're looking at. All right. So it's not, zoomed out for the whole picture, but if you can see on the, get it so I can see it. Hang on. Bottom left-hand corner, we have a pink star system, then we have a green, and we have a teal in that corner. So the purple, pink, and red that you are seeing at the bottom left or on the left-hand side, those are part of the pattern. Those are actually the way that they are laid out in the original pattern. I did make double on the star system blocks, so I have double the blocks. If you can take a peek up at the very top right, you're going to see a little bit of green there. That's the original green block. And teal would be up top above the black or the gray in the center. So this teal and this green at the bottom left, those are what I'm going to add in today. And that's because I am going to make this into a king size quilt. So we are going to do a lot of editing today. And we're going to be adding things in. So what I'm going to do first is I am going to take some of this and move it and shift it so you guys can see kind of what we're working with. And the nice thing is, because my design board is kind of the size that it is, all I really have to do is move this pink into the center over the top of the gray, and let's see. All right, then I've got my green and my teal. So let me see, my green is going to go to the side, teal is going to go to the bottom. So I did not grab extra pens. That was my fault. All right, so we're going to pin that in place so I know where it's going to go. And the green is actually going to go level with the pink. So this is going to be my bottom corner. And I know part of this is behind the camera. I do apologize. But we are going to do the teal and the pink as well. Or all of this is going to be that bottom left-hand corner. And then I will only have 3 more corners like it to do. So let me see real quick. Let me make sure. Let me make one adjustment real quick. And let's see. I'm not seeing the audio that I want, but okay, I can't get the adjustment I want. All right, so what are you going to be working on today, Joyce? What are you, I know Irish Sale Lady, you said you would have the rest of the weekend to quilt. What are you going to be working on? What's your project? Because I'm working on this today, and then I'm swapping over to work on Prismatic Star tomorrow. So we will be on probably about an hour. Well, actually probably about 2 hours today, and then probably another 2 hours tomorrow. But it's going to be a late day tomorrow. It's not going to be right on time. All right. So one of the things that this system is doing, if you can see up here on my pink, these corners are snowballed. Let me take this off if I can. Oh yeah, I should be able to. So this is the center bottom piece. So these pieces right here were snowballed from the center gray star that's now covered up with the pink on my board. And then these red are lining up with the south block, which is still on the board, but it's down here behind the camera. Then the orange is lining up with the block off to the far side over here, the far right. And the pink is going to line up to match up with the pink block there. Joy says, just working on more snowball blocks for our charity quilts. Oh, that's awesome. Our Style Lady just working on some paper piecing blocks and then some scrappy blocks to use up some fabric. I will need to do that myself. I've got a lot of fabric to use up now that I can see it all. So I got done, and I know I've got my current project in the way, but this entire shelf is fat quarters, and then the shelf below it is also fat quarters, all the way across. So I will have some blocks to use. I will have a lot of blocks to use. All right, so what I did is I kind of mirrored what the pattern was doing with all the snowballing the corners. So that's kind of what we're going to continue with, is we're just going to use the materials, the extra materials that I cut to snowball corners and kind of make it look more seamless with what's going on. So my top one of this one is going to be a south, and then the rest, there'll be a southwest, and then the other two will be north. All right, so this south is going to line up about there. So let me pull this one. And I'm just literally picking and choosing. The pattern does say which ones to use where. And so for all of those, that does line up. But I don't have that guideline to go with on this because I am altering the pattern. So did both of you, I see, did either of you or both of you already go vote for what I'm going to be doing starting, or what I'm going to find out starting Tuesday? Because I have not looked yet. I have no idea what everybody chose for me. I am excited. I am excited to find out. All right. So let me grab the machine so you guys can see this now. And yeah, that should be good enough. Ah! Okay, it was my presser foot pedal, you guys. I have not yet set it up, so I just careened it off the table. I also just realized that I don't have my lift, my knee lift. So let me grab it real quick as well. This has definitely been an experience reorganizing. And I think Tuesday, and you guys can tell me, Tuesday I think I want to do a tour of the studio. Would you guys like to see how I've got everything set up now? How I've got my long arm set up, how I've got my table and all my shelves and all of that. Because I can get my top shelf of my my one rack cleared off and actually set up for Tuesday. And I can get the rest of my long arm table cleared up by Tuesday as well. So if you guys would be interested in seeing how I've got everything set up, just let me know, because I would love to show it off if you guys think that that'd be something you'd be interested in seeing. All right. So my husband's got to take down Easter. We have the entire house still decorated in Easter, and he's off teaching today. So when he comes back, he will probably be taking down Easter. And I don't know of any other holidays coming up until, or like any other holidays you decorate for until Memorial Day. So we are going to have a lot of patriotic stuff going up all over the place because we've got to have decorations up. My husband is the decorator. He's got to do it. Got to. All right. So all I'm doing is I'm going to trim 1/4 of an inch away, stepping away from the computer because my customer just, oh, no worries. You'd love to see how I set up, keep changing things around, but never find a happy ending. Yes, I can help with that. I can help with finding that happy spot, and what I do to make that possible. Because I know it is incredibly hard to find something that works. And my typical way that I manage to do that is that all of my furniture is movable. Good morning, Glenda. Glad you are here. Thank you. Glad to see you in the chat. All right. So what we were just talking about as you got in here is, so I've got everything set up, and I wanted to know if everybody would want to see my studio on Tuesday to see how I've got everything set up. And hopefully that will continue to work for me as a plan. So we will see. Oh, I did the wrong corner. So let me swap and we will do the correct corner that I thought I was doing. So I do have a lot of things behind me just because I don't have a lot of space set up right now beside me. So it's definitely not a permanent solution. And I am having to go back and look because I haven't done all of my blocks the way that I need to yet. So I want to make sure I don't put the same 2 fabrics right next to each other. So that is what I am trying to make sure we avoid. So if you missed it, Glenda, what we are working on today is we are working on star systems where the pink block is on my wall off to my side, pink block up here. It is over the top of the gray center block that is part of the pattern. And because I made more blocks than what I needed to make in order to make the quilt, I am making the quilt bigger and I'm making it king size. So I am doing all the adjustments that I have to do to make the quilt king size. And so since we have all the star systems blocks put together, all I'm having to do now is snowball the corners. And for the most part, I did exactly what the pattern said, like all the center blocks, the normal stuff. That's all done the way that Elizabeth Hartman said it needed to be done. And what I'm doing now is adding my own flair. Because, I got to add my own flair. I'm like that. Got to do it. So, what are you working on today, Glenda? And Joyce, I want to see those blocks when you get them done. Please do not forget to post them. I am excited to see all these charity blocks coming together. They are gorgeous. I loved being able to show some of those off on Tuesday. And so if you want, when you post in the group, you can always put show and tell. You do not have to wait for the week before to post your show and tell. But since we've already got one done, I'm going to just keep going with it. So the moment that you get something done and you post it, if you want it to be shown, then just post the words show and tell in the group. And that when you post it, that way I know, okay, I'm allowed to share this. So we are going to probably be spending a lot more time on show and tell on the upcoming months because I think it's going to grow. Giovanna, hello. Hello. Glad you are here. Glad. All right, so we are going to pull some teal because that is the next one that I am working on. So what I am working on, Giovanna, is I am working on the Star Systems blocks. Michelle's Crafts and More. First time I think I've seen you in the chat. Good morning. Glad you are here to join us. Thank you. It's always exciting to see a new face, or well, a new name. I don't see faces right now, so I see names. So if you have any questions, if you want to know anything more, just pop the question in the chat. I am able to watch the chat as I sew. I do not mind, and I quite enjoy it. So I am going to go through and pick out, I don't know which one I want to do. Oh, I guess I'll put this one in there. I am snowballing corners on the Elizabeth Hartman Star Systems blocks. So what you see up on the wall to the side is what I've already got done. And the pink block is actually covering up my center block. So I moved it up so we can look at and work on the corner that I'm working on. And I dropped my clip. Let's see if I can get it. Oh, it helps if I know exactly where I'm reaching. Ah, I found it. Okay. Gotta love going barefoot in your studio. Because then you're able to feel around for what you look for. It's all fun and games unless it's a straight pen. That's when it's not fun and games anymore. All right. Let's see. So all I'm doing right now is snowballing the corners, and then I will press here in just a minute, and we'll put it up on the wall and see how it's going. See if it's going the way that it's supposed to be going, and then I'll pull that pink off and put in the snowballs there. And I do have the background pieces cut in order to start building the outside pieces as well. I would like to try to get a quarter of this, like outside edge, done today, if possible. I'm not going to hold my breath, and I'm not going to be upset if I don't get that far. But I would definitely like to, because I want to see this quilt get done soon. Because I definitely, whatever you guys voted on, I want to start on Tuesday. So for those of you who do not know, on Tuesday we had Sew and Tell. We were showing off what everybody has been working on. And we also did a vote. Charlotte, I'm here lol, doing doubles today. Oh, wow. Watching 2 lives at the same time. One on my phone and one on my TV. No worries. Thank you for being here for that. I appreciate it. That is some dedication. I will say that. I've done that a few times, but it's so hard. Those stars are beautiful. Thank you, Giovanna. I appreciate that. This has taken a lot to get done and a lot to get to this point. It was a lot of tedious repetition just because I was doing double what the pattern said. So instead of doing one star system at a time, I was doing all the star systems all at the same time. And so I had a lot of flying geese all to do. And I do have all my half square triangles. So I may make pillows out of the half square triangles, I'm thinking. And I may make a pillow out of the extra center square or center star block as well. I watch one at a time. My brain can't cope with 2 at a time. I agree. So like I can put somebody else's video on in the background and just let it play, but it's got to be on mute. I cannot have the volume on. I definitely can't listen to 2 people at the same time. My brain pops from side to side, back to front, and up and down, and then crashes hard. All right, howdy. Sorry I'm late. I was outside taking care of the bunnies and watching the babies play. That is no worries, Andrea. Glad you made it. Thank you for stopping in. I appreciate it. All right, so I am going to press, and we are going to move the microphone over so you guys have a better chance of hearing me while I am pressing. I did do something kind of unique when we rearranged. I had my husband put some hooks in the ceiling to be able to bring my USB cords for the microphone and all this other equipment over, so that I don't have to stretch my cords or trip over them or anything like that. So we are going to see how well it works. I am waiting also for Robin's live later today. Awesome. What is Robin's channel, Giovanna? I'm not quite sure. And Charlotte says, "Oh, Andrea, what fun." That's exciting. Watching babies play is always so much fun. Oh, goodness. And Andrea, you got to tell everybody if you're playing with your prize that you won. You know, we all heard about your prizes. We were all jealous. We're all excited for you. So now we got to hear about how you love them. RS Island Crafts. Okay. Awesome. Now, what does Robin do? What does she make? Is she a quilter as well? Or she got some other kind of content? And I knocked something else off. We're going to work on that. All right. So this is my next block. So this is the teal. This is what would be considered north. So the block is the north block. Okay. So let me see. Which way do I want to go with this? I think I want to do the bottom first. You want an Elnita E16, but have you played with it yet? Because I know you said it had come in. I'm excited to know what you think of it when you start playing with it. Because that is super exciting. All right. So let me get the machine off of here so you guys can see. She's great. She quilts and makes other sewing related stuff. I will have to check her out then. I have not had any time to watch anybody lately with moving around and shifting things. All right. So I'm going to move this camera, and I apologize if it doesn't go back where it's supposed to go. So this is not the center, this is the corner block that was supposed to be in the pattern. And then I'm adding this teal and this green. So now I've got these two available. I only have one corner to snowball on the pink. Yes, absolutely, Joyce. Hello to everyone coming in. Absolutely. All right, so at the bottom of this, I'm not sure if I'm going to put a bottom piece. So I may not actually work on it. I thought I was going to put the bottom pieces, but I think I'm going to skip that. Let me show you what I was thinking. Let me bring you guys back over to the machine. And oh, it went pretty close to where it's supposed to go. And that is the light from my window, you guys. That is not a light I have turned on. All right. So in the pattern, there we go. Well, almost. Let's see if I can get it right. All right, there we go. That's close enough. All right, so I have red here, and this is my pink block. So I'm adding a block here, and I'm adding a block here. So my corner here is going to be a lot bigger than what the corner is here. I can work with that. I can play around and make that 3 blocks or whatever and make it into whatever size I need. But so right here is a connecting block. And then right here is a connecting block. And it's kind of like the block that I was showing you guys earlier that's at between the sections. So if you could see back here, this black right here, that is like this connecting section here. So there's a similar connecting section here and here. But because I'm putting blocks there, I don't need those connecting sections. I drew them out because I thought I was going to be putting them in, but I'm not going to need them. However, what I will end up needing to do is I will put the connecting blocks here outside my purple block and here outside my red block. Because instead of this being the width, the connecting blocks are half the width of, or half the size of the star systems. So I'm basically doubling that with that star system going there. So I am going to need to put a connecting block underneath the red and to the left of the purple. So that's what we're going to work with. All right, so we've got Irish Sale Lady says, I'm back, different customer, still waiting for another one. That's okay. A busy day is not a bad thing necessarily. Let's see. She just moved from Florida, Arizona. Okay, so I will look for her channel then. I will look for it. Hi, Katie. I am so glad you are here. Thank you so much. Everybody wave at Katie. She is back from her trip to the U.S. And if you do have a YouTube channel, anytime you are in my chat, I should have Nightbot on. If I don't, let me know it didn't work. But do exclamation selfie, and that will drop a link to your channel. That way everybody can take a look at your channel. I do not mind as long as you're not spamming it. It's fine. Oh no, no voice. That's tough, Katie. Oh my gosh. Yeah, so Katie, if you want to drop a link to your channel, go right ahead, do exclamation selfie. If you guys have not already watched Katie's channel, turn on your notifications to watch her channel. She's got a lot, that she will be showing from her trip to the U.S. Awesome, there it is. So she'll have a lot to show once her voice returns. And we've all been kind of watching you as you traveled through the U.S., so we're glad you are back home safe and sound, even though your voice kind of stayed here in the United States. Your voice didn't want to go home to Greenland. We're just going to blame it on your voice has a mind of its own. All right, so I put that I was going to put pink on this last corner, but I think instead I'm actually going to do a green. But let me do the green first. So we're going to pull the green star system down and move it over and get started on that. Oh, I bet you do have tons of footage, Katie. Oh, I am so sorry. Well, I would love to have you come on as a guest over here and, come hang out with us when you are able to. No straining your voice. So today is, the link is in the description. It is the Elizabeth Hartman Star Systems pattern that I've been working on. So the Star Systems quilt comes out 80 by 80, and I want a bigger quilt. I wanted a king size, and I did double the blocks. So what I've done is I've added additional blocks to the outside edge. So all of my 8 colors that surround the center block, I have double of those that are going to go into this quilt. The other like gray star system from the center is not going to go in the quilt because there's no room for it. But this quilt will be 100 by 100 without borders, and I don't know what I'm going to do yet. So if I add borders or add additional stuff to it, it will be as to whether or not I have room. So that is what I'm working on today. So I'm done with the centerpiece. I'm just adding the additional floof to it. Andrea, Monday morning, Nikolai is going to contact the contractor to get their rears over here to finish their job. Lol. Oh, goodness. Yeah, let's pre-plan that, Tammy. Yes, absolutely. Yes. Yes, I am excited to see your quilting room, Katie, when you get it set back up. I just reorganized mine. So where you're seeing me sitting is kind of the same place I've been. But now I have an entire shelving unit behind me with fat quarters. I've got scraps behind my picture frames here. I've got scraps up top and strips and things like that. And then I have baskets down below, and I have an ironing board right behind me right now. The ironing board can move. I'm not going to necessarily keep it there. Let's see what I drew. Let's see what I said I was putting here. All right, so I am putting the pink there, or not putting the green there. Okay. So let's see what I put. All right, Southwest, we are putting that there. Well, I'll put Southwest there. Debate. You guys, debate. I gotta think. All right, so you know what? I wonder. I wanted to kind of keep the jewel tones that I've got going. Yours is looking great, Tammy. Thank you, Charlotte. I appreciate it. Andrea says maybe by the time you get your voice back, your sewing room will be done and you can go live from your new sewing room. Oh, that would be a dream. Oh, and Katie says, yeah, we may as well reset it. Now we're going to have another entire wall at our disposal. So I'm thinking I want to do the room in such a way. We can also add some shelves for Nikolai's Legos. I don't blame you. Andrea, woohoo, Tammy. I just noted 290. Are you serious? We're at $293. Oh my gosh. Oh, I did not notice. We've apparently grown this morning. Oh my goodness. Wow. Oh my gosh. Okay. Gotta calm. Okay. You guys, I am insanely excited. That is awesome. I am so excited. Okay. All right. Let me hide my face for a second. Okay. All right. I've breathed for a second. All right. So we are going to go. All right. So upper corner is going to be west, which is the purple. And I put southwest for that because I decided it was going to be pink, but now I'm not sure if I want it to be pink. You know what? No. Well, maybe. Gosh. All right, it's gonna be pink, you guys. Oh my gosh, you guys, I am so excited. That is awesome. Katie said, I'm approaching my year birthday for the channel. That's exciting, Katie. That is awesome. I have a lot of time to go left before I hit a year. Oh my gosh, I'm 233. Oh, thank you, Dawn. I appreciate that. Glad to see you in the chat. All right, so yeah, we are gonna go pink. We're just gonna bite the bullet. We're gonna go pink. I didn't want to go pink, but we're gonna go pink. I feel like I'm using too much pink on this one. Going pink here as well, but I don't really see another good option. So we're gonna accept what we were given. That's what we're gonna go with. Yay, Tammy, 293. Hopefully more by the next time. Yes. Oh my gosh, yes. Yes. Okay, so if you guys did not see Tuesday night's video, it is the Tuesday night live for April 2nd. If you go back to go take a look at it, yes, I'm looking for things. Oh, thank you, Joyce. She shared my channel. All right. So if you guys go back and look at Tuesday night's live, you guys can go vote for what my next project is going to be, what my next kit project is going to be. I have a whole bunch of kits that I'm going to be working on eventually, and I need to get started on them. So I need to know which project you guys all want to see. There are 14 people in here. Please hit the thumbs up, like button. It will help Tammy's channel out in so many ways. Yes, you are so right, Katie. It does help. It is amazing how much a thumbs up helps. And I will be perfectly honest. You could thumbs down me for all it matters. YouTube still counts it as a feedback. So, if you're not absolutely loving me, give me a thumbs down. I don't mind. But absolutely, I love the thumbs up. Yes, hi, Donnell. She said, hey, Tammy and everyone. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. All right, so this one is supposed to be A2. Okay. All right, so I want to make sure I'm not double copying the same exact colors, going in the same exact spots, at the same exact spots of everything. Awesome. Who is winning? I do not know. Giovanna, I told you guys I was not going to look, and I have not looked other than to make sure that the form is working like it's supposed to. So thumbs up, like buttons, and how often we're talking in the channel contributes to the channel in a good way. Yes, it does, Katie. I have actually been watching that and seen that, and it really does make such a difference. It's so exciting too. But I love having you guys here. Even if you guys weren't, chatting and having a good time at my channel, I enjoy having you guys here. It feels like family to me. And we can never have too much family. As I drop things on the floor again. Is there a contest I don't know about, Tammy? Yes, kind of. So Tuesday night's live. So if you want to catch that after this channel or whatever. Donnell, are you home yet? Katie, how are you doing, hon? She is home. She has already said in the chat that her voice is gone. So she was going to go live today, but can't because she has no voice to go live. So we are all going to send her good vibes and good juju so she has a voice so she can come back live. Can we do more than one vote? Yes, you can, Giovanna. Absolutely. Majorly jet lagged, Katie. Yes, absolutely. Okay, so what the vote is I have 4 quilt kits that everybody gets to choose from. And I can't read, the quilt kits are behind me, but they're underneath my ironing board, so I can't reach them right now. But I've got 4 quilt kits that I'm giving up for grabs as far as which one all of you want to see me work on. I will work on any of those 4. It does not matter which one. Yes, I do have a preference as to which one I would like to work on, but I'm not telling you because I want to work on the one that everybody wants to see. Because it is so hard to get one that everybody loves and everybody wants to see. So we're going to see what kind of, what kind of thing. Giovanna on the same kit because I really like the one I voted for. Oh my gosh. Oh dear. All right, so maybe I need to make it in the future that you can only vote once because I can see where this is going to go. Oh, Katie, but I want to sew and go live, Donnell. Fake one for lol. Yes, I understand, Katie. Kind of when you get off for a little bit, like you're not on your channel or whatever, it does, it feels like it's been forever. Like I was off for a weekend last weekend, wasn't I? I don't think I did a live at all last weekend because I was moving things around and oh my goodness. I was missing you guys. I was logging in to watch everybody's replay because of course I was missing everybody's lives. But then I was like wanting so bad to be on because I was missing it. I was absolutely missing it. It's like a drug. It's not fair. It is absolutely not fair. All right, so we're going to do a west up here. All right, how close is this to my other? It is not super close at all, so we're good. So I can choose whichever west I want. All right. I love them all, but I want you to do your husband's next, lol. Happy hubby, happy life. I've heard that from a couple of people, that's why they voted for whatever they voted for is because I mentioned that. So in the future, I will not tell you that my husband chose something. Oh, yeah, Donnell. Yes, absolutely. Getting jealous of everybody sewing and you're working. Yes, absolutely. I mean, I get on here and I'm watching everybody's lives and I'm going, I've still got so much fabric to fold. Like, I had to turn people's lives off because I was like so jealous. It's such a bad trait to be jealous, but I was so jealous. I wanted to be sewing. Oh, I have missed it. I have needed the fabric therapy. I mean, I was getting a little bit of fabric therapy going and working on the super secret project with my quilt groups. But yeah, there's nothing like sewing at home and having everything at your hand, at your disposal. And I mean, I love sewing with my friends, don't get me wrong, like in person. But I am only working on that super secret project when I'm out of the house. So that way there's never a chance I accidentally leave something out where it can be seen. Um, so yeah, it's been all kinds of fun. Yep, see, there you go, Donna. I have so much to share and talk about. Yes, absolutely, Katie, you do. I have been my Legit Kit Polar Bear here too. I'm so excited about starting on that. When the sewing room is set back up, that way I won't have to stress while getting started on. Yes, Katie, wait on that. The Legit Kits they look like a lot of fun, and they look like they are actually really easy to put together. They're just time consuming. But something like a Legit Kit is big enough that there is no way I would start it if I was in any kind of disarray. Is there a link download in the description box for the contest vote? No, there isn't. Let me go. I could go grab it, but you guys, you won't know what they are. So it is in the Tuesday nights live. Hi, Judy. Absolutely. What am I working on? I am working on the Elizabeth Hartman Star Systems quilt. So I am working on snowballing some more corners. So this is going to go into the quilt. There we go. So I've got 2 more corners on this one to snowball. So the quilt's up on the wall. I know my little window down here is kind of blocking the view. This pink star system is the bottom left corner of the Elizabeth Hartman pattern star systems. There is a link in the description of this video in order to get your own copy of the Elizabeth Hartman pattern, because I can't give you any measurements or anything like that because it's not my pattern to give. So that pink star system is what I have as my Southwest star system. Then I have a teal that you can just barely see behind the camera. And the green is going to go up here where you're kind of seeing a little bit of purple and black. So I am adding in additional star systems. The quilt is only supposed to be 80 inches by 80 inches. And I didn't know that when I put it on my birthday wish list. So my mother was very kind, and I believe my mother is the one who bought it. Yeah, I'm quite certain she was the one who bought it. But she was very kind to buy me the pattern. However, my fool self, I hadn't pre-read the sizing. So I didn't know it wasn't as big as what I would want for this quilt. So I made double so that I could make it a king size, because I want a big quilt. Glenda says all are beautiful and hard to pick a favorite. Yes, absolutely. And now that is why I left it open so you can vote multiple times, Giovanna. Not so you can vote multiple times on the same one. Just gonna say that. But it's all fun. It's all good. They'll all get done either way. It's just which one am I doing first? So all 4 quilt kits I will end up doing. There's one that I do love the most that is kind of like, if you guys chose that one for me, oh my goodness, that would be like heart flutter. That would be awesome. But all 4 of them need to be done. So I'm going to do them anyway. And you guys get to choose your favorite as what I start with. I'm not going to be mad about it. Not going to be mad one bit. That will be adorable. I've done the same thing before, so I can make a king size. Awesome. And I apologize, you guys. Let me silence this real quick. There we go. All right. somebody who did not know I was live, and apparently my Do Not Disturb is not working. Yes, absolutely. Oh, yeah. Okay. All right. So the bottom of the screen, I'm doing a. Okay, that was south. Oh, all right. I had my block turned. All right. So we are doing northeast and northeast. So northeast is green. So I've got 2 green corners to add, and I get to pick whatever I want because it's my quilt. Giovanna says, I know which one is the one I voted for. I think I can guess which one you voted for, Giovanna. It's the only one that I told anything about that my husband had picked it out. That is absolutely the case. I am not surprised. Oh, no worries, though. I am excited to do any of them. They have been put up and set aside for so long. So they all need to be done. And, you guys are just helping me pick which one I'm starting with. Andrea says, I'm working on snowball blocks, so I'm going to be watching on my TV and not chatting. No worries, Andrea. I appreciate you watching. I used to do that all the time. That was how I watched most of my content creators that I watched. Is I watched on the TV, and it took me a while to figure out how to chat. I will admit. Glenda says, hi, Donnell. Said hi in your video, but you skipped over me and told everyone else hi. Oh, no. Oh, no. Well, Glenda, I'm not gonna jump over you. I've got mine set up so I can see. Donnell probably just couldn't see it. Yes, the chat was moving so fast, it was hard to keep up. I'm so sorry, Glenda. That was not intentional. I understand, Donnell. Chloe, hi. Hello, all, and Tammy. Just popping in for a second. I'll watch replay. No worries, Chloe. Thank you so much for stopping in. It is always good to see you stop in. You have been, if you guys do not know, Chloe has been one of the longest term supporters of the channel. So yeah, I love seeing you stop in. She's been hanging around since the very beginning. She found me early on before the rest of you. She has rights. All right, Joy says, I'm working on snowball blocks. Also, Andrea, Giovanna says, if I watch on the TV, it gives me tons of ads. Oh, no. Well, I will be honest, you guys. I bit the bullet and I got YouTube Premium so that I didn't have to watch ads. I got so tired of watching ads. So there isn't much I can do about everybody else's ads, but yeah, I had to do something about the ads that I was watching because it was too much. Donnell said I missed a lot of comments on my chat, had a really hard time keeping up with the chat today. Oh gosh, Donnell. That is awful. I mean, it's awful, but it's good. It means that you got that kind of chat going fast. Hang on, you guys. I have got to stop the puppy. He is proceeding to be a fussy pup. Stop. Thank you. Okay, so I have a back scratcher. It doesn't reach him, but it at least caught his attention. And that's what we're going for. That is what we're going for. All right. I can't afford the premium. I don't blame you, Giovanna. I mean, if it wasn't for this is my main source of entertainment, I wouldn't be able to afford it either. Let's see. I get jumped over on a lot of channels. Oh, is it like when you, so if you get a commercial, when you come back, it's not actually back onto the channel you were watching? Is that what's happening, Glenda? Let's see. Judy said Donnell skipped over me on her channel. I bet it's hard to not see everything. Yes, Judy, it absolutely is. So in a faster moving chat than what we've got today, I would have trouble as well keeping up, especially if I wanted to get anything done. If we're not trying to get something done, it is a lot easier to see all the comments as they come in. But the moment we start trying to do anything, if it is fast moving, yeah, there's a chance to skip. And I think Donnell is doing it on her phone. I have it set up on a computer, And so I have like a bigger screen area, and it makes it a little bit easier. Let's see. Glenda feels like I'm invisible all the time. You are not invisible, Glenda. You are not. Absolutely love having you in the chat. Absolutely. I feel invisible quite frequently, so I know why. I know why. I understand it. But I know the feeling. And that's so sad. All right, let's see. Katie says, it's strange that I don't see all that many ads when I watch everyone else's channel. Usually one at the beginning of pre-records as well as replays. Not too often in the middle of a video. Oh, that's awesome. Maybe it's something to do with the settings in Greenland. Joyce says, Glenda, I'm so sorry you feel that way. I agree with you, Joyce. Greenland, cool. Katie says, jumped over Glenda. Yeah, I'm thinking that the videos are, like, when she gets done with the ad, it's jumping to someone else's video. I've seen it happen, and I've had it happen to me, but it's been a little bit since it's happened to me. Giovanna says, Judy, all you have to do is chat a lot like I do. Giovanna, you are a keyboard warrior. I'm just going to say it. You are a keyboard warrior. Glenda, you're not invisible on Tammy's channel. Yes, you are definitely not. Absolutely not. I make a point of watching for everybody. Michelle's Craft some more. I have an ad blocker plus on my laptop and never see any ads at all. Oh, that's awesome. Is that a paid service, Michelle, or is that something free that other people could download and benefit from? Katie says, Donnell, do you have someone who can help manage your chat during a live at home? Donnell says, oh no, feels so horrible. I would never intentionally. Yes, I know you wouldn't intentionally skip over anyone. You want to make each person feel welcome. I'm so sorry to every person I miss. I don't think anybody's going to take it personally, Donnell. It's both a good thing to be in the chat that much, as well as, it's also challenging to be in the chat that much. Joy says sometimes the chat goes so fast they don't catch us as I get left out too. Yeah, so what it is, especially when you are working on your phone, and I don't work on my phone, but when you work on your phone, when your screen goes too far down, like if the chat is like really hopping or whatever, when you go to look at the chat, like let's say you look down for a second and you look back up, you may or may not see something you recognize in the chat. So like it may already be up past the screen, and it's really hard on the mobile devices to go back and see it. Judy says, usually I am just say hi and lurking in the background because of the squirrels that are getting my attention. When I watch Son, my husky starts barking. I think it's the male voice. Oh my gosh. I will say this, Judy. So a lot of people ask me how I got my YouTube name, The Siberian Wind. And it is because I had a husky. I had a Siberian husky. That is where it all started. Katie says live chats can move so fast, especially when we who are hosting a live is challenging while sewing and talking and trying to keep up with the channel at the same time. It is it is free as an extension on the web browser. Michelle, if you would like, post the name of the ad blocker that you are using in case anyone wants to try it out. So Michelle has said earlier in the chat, for those who may have, it may be sidetracked for you guys, she said that she doesn't see that many ads on her YouTube because she has an ad blocker that blocks virtually all of the ads. And she is saying that it is a free extension on her web browser. So if the ads are getting frustrating for you, it might be something you want to try. I, by no means, have tried whatever app it is or whatever extension she's using. But it might be something to research if YouTube Premium is not an option for you. Donnell says, Katie, I do my lives on the weekends when my husband and oldest son are sleeping. So when they wake up, we can have the rest of the day together. I don't blame you on that, Donnell. Michelle's Craft Some More. AdBlock Plus is the name of the extension. All right, so any of you who are struggling with the ads on YouTube, if you are not doing a YouTube Premium or don't have the money, funds, whatever, or you just want to give it a try, AdBlock AdBlock Plus is the program that Michelle has used or is using in her web browser on her computer device in order to block the ads, and she says she is not seeing them. So that is an option, you guys, if you want to try it. I have not tried it. I'm not endorsing it. I'm just saying what might be something you might want to look into. Judy says this husky was a rescue. It was so well behaved for a week. Then her true colors came out. Very vocal and demanding. Yes. So my husky, his name was Panda. He was kind of a rescue. The situation he was living in was not very good. He really didn't have room to run. He was not getting priority treatment by his family. The dachshund was getting more priority treatment than the husky was. So we went and picked him up, and he kind of bonded with my son. And he was born, the husky was born the same year my son was born. So the two of them really bonded, and they got along famously. But if you were asking Panda to do something he didn't want to do, you knew that you were asking him to do something he didn't want to do. Joyce says, I don't get ads because I pay YouTube not to get them. I do too, Joyce. But I know a couple people were saying in the chat that it wasn't an option for them financially, and there's nothing wrong with that. So it's just a free option that Michelle was putting out there as well. Linda says, I'm sorry, Donnell, wasn't trying to make you feel bad. Oh, I know. I don't believe she thinks you were trying to make her feel bad, Linda. I believe she understands. You know, I'll just start ignoring Donnell in the chat so that way we'll give her a run for her money. How's that, Glenda? I'm just kidding. I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to ignore anyone. I love you, all of you guys. You guys really do make my world rock. I love it. And I don't want to make anybody feel alone or left out. So absolutely. I will always find a way. Always find a way. I will end up finding moderators when I can't find a way. We will make it happen. I'll just have to go a little bit more regular on my schedule on the weekends for when I go live, when I start getting a moderator or 2 or 3 or whatever. Araceli, I went and started on my paper beasing. I figure that will make the customers show up sooner. Why am I not surprised? That is an amazing idea. That is awesome. So, I don't remember. Did I tell you guys about how I sewed through my finger? Like, it wasn't recent, but did I tell you guys how I sewed through my finger? Because that was a situation of I was busy and doing something, so therefore people showed up. I was fine until people showed up. Oh. Yeah, being busy is definitely the way to get people to show up. And I am sorry, I have stepped out of camera. I am pinning the green up on the wall. And we're going to take the paint down now and attach this last little snowball. And these will be done. All right. So now I guess we need to ask the question, Irish Lady, what pattern are you paper piecing, or what is it going to be when you get done? Other than a gob of paper that you pulled out and you had fun ripping apart from your fabric. Oh, I love paper piecing. Don't get me wrong. One of my kids is a paper piecing kit. All right. Let's add this last snowball. And then I will transition you guys out so you guys can see what's on my wall and see exactly how this is going to work. And I'm not going to do the corner right now because I got to figure out how the heck to do it. I sewed through my finger once, never did that again. Learned my lesson. Yes, Judy, it was a new experience for me when I did that. I got distracted by a customer, and there was an embroidery going on the machine, and embroidery is automatic for machine embroidery. it was one of those kind of things where it was hooped and all of that. Sorry. And no joke, he kept asking me questions, which I was happy to answer, but I was a little too happy to answer it and not pay attention to my hand that was holding fabric down. So yeah, I sewed through my finger. Oh, that was definitely not the experience I was expecting that day. Um, and I did have to go get my finger checked out, make sure I went to the ER and got the ultrasound to make sure there were no parts of the needle left, because we couldn't decide if there were parts of the needle left in my finger. So we made sure. I am not sporting any stray metal pieces. Not sporting any of them. All right. So let me press this, and this will be the last of these snowballs. And then I'll transition you guys out so you guys can see what we are looking at. I'm sorry about the cough, you guys. That is not my intention. I didn't intend to cough today. Donnell says, Glenda, hi, please don't apologize. I'm glad you said something. If someone does not bring it to my attention, then I'm not aware of the issue and cannot do what I can to correct the problem. 100% on point. Yes, absolutely. Yeah, there's a lot of times that we just don't know that something is not working. Like I started this live and I had no audio, and Joyce was so kind and pointed it out that I had no audio. So yeah, if you don't point it out, I could be talking for a good 30 minutes to an hour and forget to look at my little meter that tells me that there's sound coming through. So yeah, definitely point it out. No hard feelings ever for stuff like that. We love the support. We love to know that there was something that we needed to fix. So yeah, I completely agree. On point. All right, so let's get you guys off of the machine for a second or two. All right, so this is, let's see, it's gonna go this way. And let me grab a couple of pins to pin it to the board. All right, so this green and this teal down here are going to be new to the project. They are not part of the original project. They are the same kind of blocks, but they're not original to the project. This pink is original. So I am going to move the green and teal off the board, and we're going to move the pink down back to where it goes. Okay? Just realized my cat stepped on my keyboard. I thought it was deja vu with you repeating what I already heard you say. Oh, well, you know, we have those days. I have those days. I definitely have those days. That's actually kind of funny. Oh, your cat is contributing to mental illness. Okay, yeah, we'll go with that. We'll go with that. I don't usually complain, just not feeling. Oh, I'm sorry you're not feeling well, Glenda. That's awful. Yeah, we gotta fix that. Gotta fix you not feeling good. Donnell says, Tammy, I recorded and posted a video a month ago without double checking it. It turned out my microphone never came on for the entire video. Oh my gosh. Oh, my heart goes out to you. And especially when you post the video and you thought you had everything 100% perfect and you said everything the way you wanted to say it, and then it's not right, that's the rough one. That's the really rough one. All right. So we are going to move this back over. And I don't have to usually pin it, but I am going to repin it just in case. And we are going to put the pink back up. And it does have a direction because it has a red snowball corner to it. Glenda says, Katie, I hope you get your voice back soon. Looking forward to watching your videos. I agree, Glenda. Absolutely. We need to see Katie back up and running. She's been gone off YouTube a little too much lately. We are excited to see her back up and running. And I know Teresa Louise was out for a while too, and she hopped in somebody's chat the other day, and oh, that was exciting. I mean, you could feel the whole chat light up. Excited to see her back too. Giovanna, I had to go to help with my daughter make her bed. What did I miss? Oh, not too much. Not too much. I'm just resetting everything because I'm done. I'm just kidding. I'm not completely done. You are good. You are very, very good. All right. So this bottom red square and this purple right here are going to have a section off to the side. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to work on the purple one just because it's here and it's a little bit easier for you guys to see. All right. So let me grab another pin out of something. Where can I grab from? We're going to grab from there. And we are going to double duty a pin. So I moved my pins, you guys, and I can reach them, but they're just enough out of reach I don't feel like reaching for them. So it's not that I can't, it's just I'm being lazy. All right, so now we've got this purple. This is going to be the edge block, okay? But there's going to be that green one right up underneath it. Let me grab that green one and put it back in place so we can see it. And of course, I folded it up. But now I do have to grab pins. All right. Oh, okay. That's why I was being lazy. I just didn't want to reach an extra couple seconds. Katie has missed all of us. You are sweet, Katie. Thank you. I'm glad. Well, I'm not glad you missed us, but I'm glad you missed us. Get it? You know. All right, so we are doing, the purple is going half there to the pink, so this is going to line up here. So it is going to come over halfway out of the purple. So I guess purple really wasn't what I needed to put there. But it's done. Let me look at my drawing real quick, you guys. Let me see if I actually screwed up or if I didn't screw up. Well, pink is going to be purple to pink is halfway. Oh. You guys get to laugh at me. This is the way I had it on the board. This is the way I needed to have it. I just needed to rotate it. All right. You guys got to see my wheels turn. Made T, who wants a cup? Giovanna, me, absolutely. Judy, so are you snowballing the purple corner with the green to transition from color to color? Yes, I actually am. So the way that the pattern has everything go in is you can't really see it. Let me when I swap over cameras, I'll show you. But yeah, everything is kind of is snowballed in. So what I'm going to do now is I kind of have an example block or an example section from in here that I can kind of work with. So that's what I'm going to do. And I am going to be winging it. Ginger tea for you, Katie. It is good for your voice. Yes, absolutely. Make mine an English breakfast tea with French vanilla creamer and some sugar and honey. I need a little bit of honey today. All right, so now I gotta wait like 30 hours for the tea to arrive because it's in Italy. Yeah, I will put in my orders. I mean, I've got a coffee and tea bar out in the dining room, but the problem is because we're still moving stuff and moving a whole bunch of things around, it's kind of buried at the moment. I was looking for these. It's kind of buried at the moment, so I can't really get to it. All right, so I've got this. So this is going to be my section that I am putting stuff together in. So I'm going to probably need 2 of these because these are half the size. Once the same allowances are taken out, these are half the size of what goes here. Is what? Yeah, that's about right. I mean, I've got it spaced way up here, so I've got it. Yeah, we're good. Okay. All right, so I'm thinking this is going to be. This was purple in the original. I guess I need to snowball these real quick. I'm thinking that's what I need to do. All right, so this one can be purple, and that would be fine. Let me grab my picture of what's going to go up above. Oh, you're not late to the party, Laura. Don't ever feel like you're late. What kind of tea is good for a sore throat is what Judy is asking. Nikolai claims honey and lemon tea is good for sore throats. It is. Honey is a natural antibiotic. So honey is always going to be good for a sore throat. Giovanna is saying ginger is anti-inflammatory, is very good for a lot of things. Yes, and ginger is also, if you're a little bit nauseated, ginger is really good for that. That's why a lot of people drink ginger ale if they're not feeling, if their tummy isn't feeling great. But honey is definitely good as well for coating the throat. I will transport her the tea. Tammy, I love it. Love it. My husband swears by honey, lemon, and green tea. And brandy. Oh, yep. You gotta have the brandy. Gotta have the brandy. I love it. Love the idea. Oh my gosh, that reminds me. My dad gave my husband a old sore throat remedy, cough syrup remedy. And it uses, I want to say it uses rum. Judy says, be right back. Going to make my husband some tea with lemon and honey. Yes, Judy, absolutely. And it does help, absolutely. So the little bit of alcohol will also work as an antiseptic, Katie. That's why a lot of especially the old home remedies that you might get from rural America, like rural parts of America, definitely include alcohol in it because it is that antiseptic. Honey is an antibiotic. The alcohol is an antiseptic. Plus, it makes you feel all warm and fuzzy and is a pain reliever without taking acetaminophen or ibuprofen or something like that. So that's why a lot of those remedies work. But the home remedy that my dad gave my husband was like rum. You take rock candy and you soak it in rum. And I don't know how long you have to soak it for or whatever, but then you drink just a teaspoon or a tablespoon or 2 of it, of the liquid, after the rock candy is all dissolved, and that's supposed to help. And for the first night or 2, it definitely did. Laura says, we don't really drink, but when he has a sore throat, he wants the brandy and the tea. I don't blame him. I do not blame him. I am not a huge drinker, but with that being said, even though I'm not a huge drinker, for like remedies like that kind of stuff does help me. All right, so we are going to do a yellow corner, and we are going to do a purple corner. So that's what we're gonna, no, purple, yes, no. Yes, we're gonna do purple. All right, so I've got a yellow and a purple. So those are the 2 I'm going to do right now because the next block that is going in above this purple is going to be yellow. All right, let's see. Yeah, I've tried to drink brandy, but arg is so strong and bitter to me. Yes, brandy is. So I used to live in North Alabama, and uh, one of the trips that I took while I was living there was to the Jack Daniels distillery in Tennessee. And what's really funny about that is the Jack Daniels distillery, where it's located, it's in what is called a dry county. If you are not familiar with the United States and what a dry county is, a dry county, you cannot serve alcohol, you cannot sell alcohol. It is back to prohibition times. You cannot have alcohol in the county. I mean, you can purchase it and bring it home, but you're not going to buy it at a restaurant, and you're not going to be able to purchase it in the bottle at the store, because that is the method of keeping it a quote dry county. Um, but the Jack Daniels distillery does give tours, and they are in a dry county, so they have a limit that they have been given of how much alcohol can be served to the guests on a tasting. So I think I don't remember. I couldn't even gather to guess how much the amount was, but it was literally, I think, the equivalent of a tablespoon or two of a different type of alcohol. So like you had a limit, I think, of 4 tastings, so you couldn't do more than 4, because more than 4 would put you over the limit for the dry county. So it was kind of unique, but you could do what would be called a flight, so to speak, of beer, but it would be a flight of the products that Jack Daniels puts out. Um, but it would of course be within the county limits as to what you could drink. And the first time I ever had Gentleman Jack was at the Jack Daniels distillery. So that's actually what I have in my pantry is I have Jack Daniels, I have Gentleman Jack because it's a little bit smoother. But oh, when you haven't had it in a while, that first just little bit, oh, it burns. Oh, it burns. Laura says he said that his grandmother always gave it to him even as a child. We don't use a lot of brandy, just a little. Yeah, that's all you need. You don't need a lot. Giovanna says mine is ginger, cloves, cinnamon tea with honey, and green tea. All these spices are very good to cure swelling. Turmeric is the strongest of all, but only if taken with black pepper. Oh, I don't think you could get me to take turmeric with black pepper at all. It is banned. Is that alcohol is banned, or turmeric is banned? Giovanna. Katie says Florida has a couple of dry counties too. Yes, the Southeast is littered with dry counties. The Southeast United States. It's part of what is called the Bible Belt of the United States. So, as part of being the Bible Belt and the very progressively Christian section of the country, it is very rare for there to be a lot of, allowances for what would typically be a vice you might find more common in other parts of the country. The Southeast is definitely the uptight section of the country, as far as all of that is concerned. There's a lot of uh, religious influence in the Southeast, and it's primarily Christian influences, such as Baptist and things like that. Been to Jack Daniels Distillery. We did the tour, and I would taste it and pass it to my husband because I didn't like it. We bought quite a few bottles there. Yes, yes, that is the thing. They do. Which how can they sell it? But I don't know. I think they're selling it as the collector's bottles is how they're considering it. They're just filled, and that's how they get away with it. It activates the turmeric, so it is absorbed well. The ban is on the alcohol that you were talking about. Oh, okay, that makes sense. I can understand that. I have to say I've never seen so many large churches as I did in Georgia and Lake City. Lake City has a lot of them, but in 12 years this seems to be more. Yes. So, in the Bible Belt area, you are going to see that. And people are tending to start building, or the religious organizations that you're going to find predominantly in the Southeast, they are building bigger and bigger buildings for churches. So, if you are not a church goer or you like a small chapel church, you will have to go to a more rural area, especially larger cities are going to have larger church buildings. Judy says we toured some distilleries in Kentucky too. It is really interesting to see it was made. Yes, absolutely. And that's kind of why we originally went when I went there, was just to see how, everything was made. And I mean, I'm not a heavy drinker at all. Like, I mean, it is incredibly rare for me to drink. And now with being on meds, that makes it even more challenging to manage any kind of drinking. It it's not one of my typical hobbies. Is I don't drink a lot, but that is one thing that we keep in the pantry is some Gentleman Jack, just because it's the one that I know for sure that I can handle. Well, Italy is a Christian country, but we don't have any bans on alcohol as we are a huge producer of wine. Yes. And now that I will say is kind of a distinct difference. So while you guys have a lot of wine, I am not a huge wine drinker because I've never really been exposed to a lot of wine options. So I'm not opposed to anyone who drinks wine or, anything like that, but I've never been a wine drinker. Um, it's it's a lot easier in the circles that I've run with that you taste hard liquor or beer more than you taste wine. Um, so I'm not a beer drinker, but I'm also again not a heavy drinker. So I'm not opposed to trying wine, but I've just never been exposed to it. Not on any kind of substantial level to know what I would like. Like, I don't even know which ones I would like. Katie says, I love Italy's sweet wines, Moscato being one of them. I know I didn't spell that right. Actually, I think you did spell Moscato correctly. It looks correct. Yeah, it's insane how many churches are in Georgia, Judy. Yes, it is. And there's a lot in Alabama as well, where I grew up. There's a lot. There's definitely a lot. I'm not going to talk politics or religion on my channel, but there are definitely a lot of church buildings around, and they are frequently bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. The closer you get to a big city. There are quite a few of them. And that's even from, I left just over a year ago. I don't touch the stuff because my mom was an alcoholic and was beaten a lot because, oh gosh. I love the new wine, which is without alcohol. Oh, non-alcoholic wine. Okay. That's awesome. So, yeah, Giovanna, that is actually one of the reasons that I never got into drinking heavily. I have a family history, not my personal history, not my mom or my dad, but a family history of addiction. And it's both addiction to wine or alcohol or cigarettes or illegal drugs or whatever that the person in the family got addicted to. But our entire family has a history of addiction, so staying away from getting to where I really enjoyed something a lot like that kept me from getting addicted to it. So you guys know I drink Dr. Pepper if you've been following my channel a little bit. That is my addiction, is my caffeine and my Dr. Pepper. And if I didn't drink that, I would find something else to get addicted to. So I'd rather take the lesser of the two evils kind of thing. the alcohol-free drinks are becoming a big thing these days. Yes, they are, Katie. Absolutely. Oh, love cooking with Marcella, but can't get it here in Greenland. Oh, gosh. I wish countries would not just arbitrarily decide what can and can't be imported. That definitely makes everyone's lives more challenging because you got to decide where you want to live based off of what you can get access to. Sherry is the other thing I like to cook with, and that has become extinct here as well. Oh goodness, Giovanna, yeah, you said she also smoked, and I don't, nor do my kids. Yes, absolutely. So neither of my parents are smokers. Um, my husband was exposed to secondhand smoke as a kid, fairly extensively, and I think he is the only one who has never smoked in the family. All of his siblings have smoked at one point or another. Even if they're not currently smokers, they have in the past. So yeah, it's heartbreaking what things can, what an addiction of any sort can do to a family. So yeah, I fully understand and can sympathize with the challenges of of coping with all of that. But I'm glad you are here now, and we have quilting to do. I love to quilt. Love to quilt. See, quilting is my other addiction. I'm addicted to Dr. Pepper, and I'm addicted to quilting. And I'm not addicted to this ponytail that keeps hitting me in the face. I think it's Denmark that makes those rules about alcohol. There's a big thing here about alcoholism. Yes. It ranks number 2. Well, suicide ranks number 1 in social issues here. Oh, gosh. Yeah. Now, I will say that's one thing I've noticed here is that the social issues here are definitely more distinctively set than what I found in the Southeast. My big sister and brother smokes. Oh gosh, Giovanna. Well, that's one thing I also don't do is I don't smoke. I've never have. But I've had asthma since I was a kid, so smoking was never on my options. Just wasn't even on my options. All right, you guys. Let's see. Did I do it right? We're gonna hope. We're gonna hope. Oh, we're gonna hope. We're gonna hope. Okay. All right. So this is the next block done in the star systems. Okay. So in the original pattern, this right here, actually, this yellow up here and this purple down here, they would both be purple. But I'm changing that. Laura says, my mom was an alcoholic too, and I had a similar experience. I taught my kids that having a drink is fine, but not to excess. Moderation is important. Yes, absolutely, moderation. Absolutely. And Giovanna says, love purple. Yes, me too. And Katie says, that's pretty, Tammy. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So, yeah, the moderation thing is definitely important to learn. And there's a lot of people who don't teach that. So having that taught is like super important. Thank you, Laura. Laura says that's beautiful. All right, so I have a purple. Oh, you know what? I did not hang it up there correctly. You guys, I rotated it. All right, so let's rotate it again. Let's get it fixed. All right. All right, so there we go. That's better. All right. So we're going to have a yellow block up here. So that's why this is yellow. So now I need to decide. I think I'm going to do a yellow here. I will do 2 purples. And I will do green. All right. So let's do the green first. So pretty love purple. Yes, purple is my favorite color. Purple is definitely my favorite color. Somebody asked me whether black or blue were my favorite colors. but it is definitely purple. I can definitely attest that if I can get something in purple, I do. And they were asking, I wear a lot of black, and quite a few of my accessories are blue because I couldn't get purple ones. I'm rocking the chair back and forth to be able to lower it, you guys. I'm too short. I can get high enough so I can be comfortable, or I can get high enough so I can sit. Love purple and yellow. Yellow is definitely not on my list of favorites, but I will work with it. I will not be upset by it. I will work with it. Oh, you know what? Okay, so if I'm doing purple in the center, and then my yellow block is going to be extending. Ooh, I need to do yellow, yellow and purple, and then this one's going to be green and purple. Okay, so we're still good. You don't wear them, but love them. Yes. I don't wear yellow at all. Now, I did get, it's like a burnt orange color fabric the other day that was gifted to me, and I will make a blouse out of it, but it's a color, it's a shade that I can wear, which is hard to find. But I am so excited about it. I will definitely find a way to wear it. All right, so we are looking for a green that I didn't just use right near there. And so I used the olive. So we're going to use this A2. All right. So once I get these two done and get them sewn together, I will probably call it quits for the day. Just so that way we have like a clean stopping point. But I am going to have to pull this off the wall, possibly. Maybe. I don't know what I'm going to have to do. I don't know if I'm going to have to pull it off the wall for tomorrow or not. I might, though. I do have to get prepped for tomorrow. So, are you guys ready to see where I will be with the prismatic star tomorrow? In winter, I wear gray, and in summer, white. I do not wear a lot of white, Giovanna. I am always so self-conscious that I'm going to spill something or stain something or whatever. So white is not a typical color in my wardrobe just because I'm always terrified I'm going to get it stained or whatever. Judy says, I'm back, just brought him the tea concoction. Awesome. Now we get to see if he is doing better within the next 20 minutes. We're going to put a time limit on it, Judy. He's got to feel better in 20 minutes, right? We always want our husbands to feel better very quickly. It's no fun when they don't feel good. No fun at all. All right, let's see. Okay. So we've got the green on here. Let me press it back and show you guys what I just did. And even though the black is definitely darker, I'm not pressing to the dark side. I'm not going to bother with it. These fabrics are fairly thick to begin with, so I'm not worried. All right, so there is the one corner sewn onto this. So the other corner that I need to put on is a purple. Giovanna is asking, what tea, Judy? She wants to know what tea that you brought your husband. I believe it's the brandy concoction, isn't it? Is that what we were talking about? That's how we got on the topic of alcohol. And went down the rabbit hole. You know, we need to start talking food so that I get off of here sooner so that I can go get food. We totally need to do that, right? All right. So I have snowballed one corner. Oh, goodness, you guys. Oh, goodness. Oh, my goodness. Ah. Okay, I have not messed it up yet, but I've got to get something on here and fix it. He has until tomorrow, or I'm sending him to urgent care. I'm leaving Tuesday morning to visit my mom. And if he's not better, he has to stay home. Oh, goodness. And she said, lemon, honey, and green tea. No alcohol in there. Okay. Donna says, okay, I'm back. Went to go say hi to Laura Lynn and show some love there, too. Oh, yes, absolutely. Absolutely. Man, what did I miss? I come in alcohol and food talk. Yes. Yes. We have achieved, hang on. Achievement unlocked. Okay. We have left you under questioning our sanity. Okay, there we go. That's what I was looking for. All right, so gosh darn. I'm debating, you guys, because I see something that I would mess up if I don't fix it. Okay. Let me see if I've got the fabric to do it. Black tea with lemon and honey is great all year round. I still have my coffee. I'm making fish tacos tonight for dinner. Oh, that sounds delicious. I'll be having chicken salad for dinner. I have no idea what I'm having for dinner, you guys. I have no idea. I do not currently have dinner plans, so we are going to see. Well, my sanity left a long time ago. Oh, that's so funny, though. We got you good. I would say fix it. Yeah, I'm going to. So, let me see what I'm supposed to have cut these in order to do this, because this is different from what I would have done otherwise. So, I cut these at one size. I cut them size L. And I should cut them size K. Alright. So, I can still fix it. It's not that big of a deal. But, I'm just glad I caught it. Y'all hit that. Yes! Please, please, please. Katie said y'all hit that thumbs up, like button, please. Yes, absolutely. Judy says green tea was all I had in the house. Didn't want to have to run to the store. I don't blame you. I do not blame you. Alright, you guys, did I say 7? I'm not supposed to give out measurements, but did I say 7? Charlotte says, I'm still here, just busy preparing fabric with light steam machine 2 for collage work. Oh, I can't wait to see your next one. I love the one that you posted in the group. I loved that. I want to see this next one. Alright, so we are at that marking right there. So, and let me double check to make sure. 1, 2, 3. Okay, yeah, we are at the right marking. And all right. And let me see if these are in fact the sizes that I need. I'll go say hi to Laura Lynn later. Aw, yes. I will be dropping in over on her channel too to make sure she knows that I am thinking of her. Because can't leave Laura Lynn out. She's too sweet. Can't leave her out. Absolutely not. All right, 4 inches. All right. Is that the right ones? Let me double check. Yes, those are the right ones. All right. So I'm not giving out the full measurements. Just what I got to cut off of here. Yes, absolutely. Definitely share more. Absolutely. Judy, I always have 5 boxes of tea in the house as I drink only that. Oh, okay. That makes sense. Hi, Joy T. She just jumped in the chat and said hi, Tammy and everyone. Thank you. Love her giggle. Yes, Laura Lynn is hilarious. Hilarious. And then she's got all those songs. I cannot sing like her. I am so in awe and jealous because I can't. So, yeah. And she makes ripping fun. Oh, you jest. Seam ripping is never fun, even with a song. Oh my gosh, you guys. I am so glad we have this community. This, really, it's just so amazing. You know, you guys being here for me, and then we are always Giovanna Seymour. Yes. I'm not singing the song. You cannot make me. I will not sing it. Oh. Now I'm thinking of that song, you guys. You're totally not fair to me. You guys are teasing me, because now I want to go sing that song, and no, I'm not going to. I refuse. Laura Lynn could do great voiceovers for movies. Yes, she definitely could, Joy T. You were absolutely right. She has got the voice and the personality to do it. She is just so hilarious. I mean, I could totally see her doing that as a permanent thing if she wanted to. But I think she's a really great quilter too, so she might have to choose which one she likes better. And right now, she's got the best of both worlds. She gets to do her voiceover level songs without having to leave her quilting behind. Alright, so what I was having to do, you guys, what I was having to cut for. So if I just put this straight up here with the size I cut it, I would not have the light gray, and I know it's hard to see, but I would not have the light gray stripe that leads out to the outside, and I need that. So we are going to we're going to put that in. And Donnell, I am not singing the song. I am not singing it. Donnell posted in the chat the song. It is Seam Ripper, You're My Best Friend, Seam Ripper, to the very end. Lol. Okay. Yeah, you guys aren't making me sing it. I will refuse. I've been a crafter for so long, but the quilting community is the best. Absolutely, Giovanna. We are the best. We are the best. We are more of a community than any kind of other sewing community that I've ever seen. Because we all view it as this community type craft. Whereas the other kind of crafts where you are like sewing clothing or sewing home decor items, they're not as the kind of community. Donnell, I do not want to. You're good at trying, but no, I am not singing the Seam Ripper song. Not doing it. Alright, so I am going to press this seam open because I know I'm going to have another seam joining into this, and I don't want it sitting there. Alright. And I did refill my iron, so I do have plenty of water in there. Now let me check something. Oops. Okay, I was supposed to press this other seam open. Lurking in and out, trying to get baby bed and other items out of storage trailer. Awesome, Glenda. All right, so now you've opened up a can of worms. All right, is baby bed going to someone? Is that why we are getting it out of the storage trailer? And if it is going to someone, can you spill the beans? Are you allowed to talk about it? Because I just finished that baby quilt. And I've been asked to do another quilt coming up probably later this year for another baby as well. So I don't know, any more details on that yet, but I just know that there's, another pregnant mama out there that's in my circle somehow. Hi, Katie. Did you enjoy your vacation? I bet your fur babies are happy to see you. How's your son and grandson doing in Georgia? Is your sewing room done? She did comment on that earlier. Her sewing room is not done. Nikolai is going to be calling the contractors and having them get back out there to finish their work. They did not finish. All right, we're going to make sure that this is the right size real quick. And no, it is not. This is like an extra ½ an inch. Okay, so I'm going to trim off a little bit. Even paper crafts don't have a tight community. Is very money making more than crafts. Yes, it absolutely is. Absolutely is. Okay, I have to run, heading out with the family. Have a wonderful day, everyone. Thank you, Donnell. I appreciate it. Yeah, yes, my granddaughter that is due in June, the one that I made the baby quilts for. Awesome. That's so exciting. That is so exciting. I, you know, I am not like in the mood to have another baby or anything like that. Not planning to. It's not even close. We're not even going there. But what I will say is I love finding out all these names that people are using for their babies. Like all the new baby names. That is my jam. I don't I mean, they're welcome to have babies. I'm not having another one. Um, but it's the baby names. Oh, you're fine, Joy T. I'm just answering so she didn't have to necessarily get in there and type. You're good. Yeah, if anybody asks a question about somebody else who's in the chat or whatever, if I know the answer, I'll go ahead and tell so that they don't necessarily have to put it back in the chat. Not because I'm trying to steal their thunder. Okay, it is just helpful. And Katie's here. Joy T. Yes, I did enjoy the trip to our home country. I got to spend time with both Ava and Blaze, which made our days for sure. Gosh, they're growing up so fast. As to the fur babies, I figured they'd be following Nico around exclusively, but it seems Nora is glued to my side. Oh, that is a twist. Yeah, if you're expecting one dog to be glued and it's the other dog, that is definitely a twist. Oh, I bet they're just so happy to have you guys home, though. Laura says, my niece just had a baby and her name is Scarlet Rain. Oh, that's exciting. That's a very beautiful name. Unique, but very beautiful. Oh, I love it. I love it. Love it. Love it. Will be my first great grandbaby. Oh, Glenda, how exciting. How exciting. Oh, so we have an Arlo and I don't know. I don't remember all the other names. I think Arlo is the newest one though. I have a new great granddaughter born March 30th. Oh, that's so awesome! Congratulations, Joyce, and congratulations, Laura, as well. And then let's see, and Glenda, I am so excited for you. That is so exciting. You will have to share everything that you are allowed or able to share with us. We want to celebrate with you. Absolutely celebrate. See, all you guys are having the babies in the family. That's so awesome. Okay. Yeah. I like babies until they can walk and talk, and then I like them when they're teenagers. That's my deal. I handle babies until they can walk and talk. Katie says, so we have 4 grands. Abby, Blaze, I do not know how to pronounce. Is it Araya and Ava? I know Ava, but is it Araya or Area? I don't know how to pronounce that. The 6-year-old's name. You got me on that one, Katie. You got me on that one. Some of these names, the spellings and the pronunciations, I don't get just because I've never seen them. They look like beautiful names. I don't know off the top of my head the pronunciation. Okay, let's see. We are going to see how I did. Ava is the name of the new baby. Oh, that's so sweet. So lots of people are getting Avas. Oh, hang on. My friend gave birth today, and the baby's name is Noah. I love that. What else did I miss? Congratulations, Joy. She has the best birthday date ever. Awesome. Oh, today. Oh, wait, today? Oh my goodness. Giovanna, that is amazing. That I couldn't believe that. Oh, and Joy says I have a new great granddaughter born March 30th. Oh, that's exciting too. Oh, my goodness. Andrea said had to quit. I ran out of bobbin and my sidewinder won't work. Oh no. Oh no. I hate when stuff like that happens. But at least you get to be in the chat again, you know? Small blessings, right? Small blessings. Oh my goodness. So, one of my great nieces was born on my dad's birthday. So, every year when my dad's birthday rolls around, I remember his birthday now better than I ever have when I was growing up, because I now have a great niece that was born on his birthday. So, and I have a stepdaughter that was born on my birthday. And my son's birthday is close to my husband's birthday. Not the same day, but very, very close. So that's exciting when we have similar birth dates. That is so exciting. I can't wait till my birthday. I'm excited about my birthday this year. I don't know why this year versus any other year, but I'm excited about it. All right. I had pins. There they are. Okay. I had them. All right. So now we are going to see. It's going to be close, but that's the right size. All right. So now we're going to pre-attach, and then we're going to trim it. No, we're not. We're not going to pre-trim. You guys, I'm getting ahead of myself. All right. So that is that. So we need to trim it to there. Okay. So we're going to make sure we don't make the same mistake twice and have to redo everything. And let's see if I can find my strip. There it is. All right. Oh, somebody's leaving. Okay, ladies, have to go. Robin is now live, and I promise to be there. Come join us there after Tammy's live. Yes, absolutely. We will go join Robin's live. Absolutely. You want a machine? Wow, congratulations. Yes, Katie, Andrea did win a new machine. She was saving it for my antique Grace quilting. Oh, gotcha. And then Andrea is going to join Giovanna on the Renegade Zoom. Awesome. And that is over at Debbie's channel. That is over at In Quilt Effect. If you have not checked out Debbie's channel, she is also a YouTube creator. Very fun to watch as well. So don't hesitate to check her out. And Joy T is asking Andrea, how about the singer from Donnell? A lot of people saying bye to Giovanna for the evening or for the afternoon. Andrea said, that is what I'm using now, but the bobbin winder is missing some parts. Oh, okay, gotcha. That makes some sense. I know she'd said something about she was trying to get everything to you, and then, like, I don't know what was going on, but yeah. I do remember seeing some of that. All right. We got about 3 seams more to do, and then we're going to call it quits for the day. But it's not bad. It's not bad. We got a corner plus some. All right. So, I now have my gray and my black joined together. And the purple is going to go over the black or over the gray. So we are going to make sure that this one is lighter than the last one. So I'm going to choose a 6. And we're going to put it on first. All right. So I won't be able to lay any of this out on the floor until I have the whole thing done. But I might be able to start putting the center row all the way across together. And so the center row would be done, and then I would just have the top row and the bottom row to fix. And just finish out the corners. Because I'm going to have to figure out what I'm doing measurement-wise for the corners down at the bottom. All right, let's see. All right. I'm so excited for Tuesday, you guys. If you have no idea, I'm so excited for Tuesday. I get to find out what you guys picked. Oh. I'm kind of antsy because I haven't really looked at the patterns, so I have no cutting instructions. Like I've got the cutting instructions for all of them, but I don't have anything in my head about what I'm cutting or how it's going to look or anything like that. So we will get to see together. Oh, and let me see. Hang on just a second, and I'll tell you guys. So if you were watching Tuesday night's video and I said Sparkle had fat quarters, I lied. Sparkle has fat eighths. They're cut fat eighths. I opened them up and laid them out in order to be able to look at them and to be able to put them on my shelf easier. And they're fat eighths, not fat quarters. All right. So now we have our purple attached underneath the gray. And now we need to attach a yellow because there's going to be a yellow block up there. All right, so let's grab that. And this is one of my least favorite yellows, but we're going to use it anyway. I've got all these yellows to use, and I actually have a least favorite. It's cute, don't get me wrong. It's, you guys probably can't see it from there. It's got polka dots on it. And little yellow circle dots. Oh, this is not going to line up the way I intended. Oh no. We're going to go with it, and we're going to do the same thing on the opposite side. So it will be even. It won't be consistent throughout the whole thing. You know what? Nope, I don't have my seam ripper. Okay, we'll fix it later. So I'm not going to trim this down to the correct size. I should have trimmed the block down to the correct size before I put that purple on, but I didn't. So what I will do is I will take the purple out, trim the block down to the correct size, and reattach the purple. So it's my bad, you guys. So once I trim this and press it, that'll be my last seam for today. And we will call it quits. My seam ripper is... Where is my seam ripper? Okay, that's the mission after I get off of here, is finding the seam ripper. I do not know where Jackie has gone off to. And I will blame Donnell for putting the seam ripper song in the chat. She's the reason I need my seam ripper. That's what we're going to go with, right, you guys? You're going to back me up, right? So when I tell Donnell later I needed my seam ripper, all because of her, you guys are going to back me up, right? I just need to know that I have your support. All right. Last seam to press. And I will show you guys what we are looking at. All right. Just finger pressing at first. Joey T is laughing, yeah. Yeah, we're just going to blame Donnell because I didn't need my seam ripper. She leaves the seam ripper song in the chat. Donnell jinxed me. Yes, she did. It is all Donnell's fault. All right, so let me reposition the camera so you guys can see what we are looking at. And I'm going to do, oh wow, that's zoomed in, you guys. Hang on. Let me, you know what? I have an idea. Hang on. We're going to try something else. I have another camera. We are going to see if this camera will do what I'm looking for. Seriously? Hang on. Oh. Okay. Okay, now that's moving. Okay. Oh, it's at an angle, you guys. Oh. Okay, I can't get it to work. Okay. When my second know she's gonna see, I just looked in dog's bed. Well, he's completely passed out, so it's not in his bed. Alright, so we're not gonna be able to do what I thought we were gonna do. So we will just go with what we got. Alright. So I will show you in just a second what I've got to fix and why I've got to use a seam ripper. So you guys will understand where I'm coming from and what I'm doing. All right. So, hang on. Okay, there we go. I was seeing the wonky looking one. I was seeing that in the extra preview or whatever, so it was throwing me off. Okay, so this purple star system is part of the pattern. This section right here is not. Okay, so this black section here with the gray strip in it with the purple with the gray strip, and then the green, that is not part of the original pattern. But I'm adding that in because this green down here and the yellow that's going to go up here are going to overlap and they're going to hang out. So I needed to bring this out. So this is going to match what is going to be on the outside edges. So at the edge of this star system here, where I've got my hand underneath it, pulling it aside, the edge of this right here, that would have been my 80 inches for the original quilt pattern. So I'm adding an extra section here, and I'll do the same on the opposite end when we get there. The one tucked all the way back there. I can reach it, I just can't show it very well with the new setup. So I'm going to do the same thing to the other side, and then that center row will be completely done. Then I will have the bottom mostly done. I just need to figure out the bottom corner. So, and I'm not going to use this camera again today, so I can unplug it. So I'm going to walk forward to the camera so you guys can see. So I like this. This works well, okay? I have to say. Okay, so in the Star Systems quilt. All right, so where the purple is in the quilt pattern here, that is my purple. I know it's kind of blurry here. I've got the camera set to focus back there. So where the purple is here, that is my purple. There is no, if you look in here, there is no extra here. But I have an extra block outside of where this orange, which is my pink, is. And I'll have the same thing at the bottom. So there's no connecting block down here underneath this orange, which is my red. But there's going to be a block here underneath my pink. So I have to make a connecting block here and a connecting block here. I'll have to do the same thing up here and over here. So I'll have to add all of those because I am adding those blocks in these different sections. So what I have to do to this bottom section here is, so I've got the block and I've got a block. However, I do not have my little background piece here. So I do have to figure out what I'm going to do and how I'm going to do that to that corner. So that's going to be my next step, is figuring out what I'm going to do here and going ahead and doing that. And then all I will have to do is repeat up here, repeat the connecting block here, repeat up here, repeat the connecting block, repeat down here, and repeat the connecting block. Okay? So that is how I am turning the Elizabeth Hartman Star Systems into a king size quilt from an 80 by 80. So the purple is purple. There we go. This purple block here is on top of this gray, but this gray is the center block. And then if you can see off in the very back corner, that is my yellow. That is part of the original pattern. They had it as kind of like a yellow green color, but that is my yellow block. So I will have this little connecting piece here, this little connecting block. I will have my purple. I will have a connecting block piece, my gray star system, my connecting piece, and then my yellow, and then my connecting piece. Okay, so that will be my center row for the quilt. So I've got to get the corner block system done, make the middle section, which is this red with the connecting piece, then it has to have a connecting piece at the bottom. And then I've got another corner that's my orange, and whatever it's going to have on the sides of it, that's what I've got to still do. So that's what I've got to work on. So I see Glenda said, when my sewing notions go missing, I just look in the dog beds. Charlotte says, Glenda, that's a silly dog. And Joyce is laughing as well. And let's see. Glenda's saying, yes, they are, Charlotte. I guess they think they're helping me. So my boy will bring me things, but only when I ask. It's very rare he actually steals something. But he has done it on occasion. It's usually he steals socks or washcloths. He doesn't steal a whole lot more than that. So, all right, you guys, I am going to get off of here. I'm going to go find me some lunch. It is now noon, Mountain Standard Time. So it is definitely that time of the day. I'm also going to take some Tylenol. This storm system coming through is giving me a little bit of a headache. I don't want to promote, Tylenol brand. So, if YouTube catches me, I'm sorry. I wasn't doing it intentionally. Charlotte says most dogs need a job. Glenda, your dog's job are sewing helpers. That's so funny. That is so funny. I love it. But yeah, so I'm going to get off of here. I'm going to watch the snowfall a little bit. I'm going to possibly piddle around on this a little bit, and then I'm going to start getting ready for tomorrow. Now, tomorrow I'm not going live until 5 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. Let me caveat this. We are getting a lot of snowfall today, or we are expecting a lot of snowfall. They're saying between everything you make is beautiful. Thank you, Glenda. I really appreciate that. That means a lot. Thank you. And thank you, Charlotte. She says, have a great day. Or have a great day, everyone. Absolutely. So the snow is falling down. We're expecting between 3 to 5 inches here. I do have a presentation that I need to go to Sunday afternoon that is supposed to start at 2. So provided that presentation does not go more than 2 hours, it will be very easy to be here at 5 p.m. If for any reason I feel like there is going to be any kind of adjustment to the schedule, I will update the video. I can do that from my phone, so I can update the time of the video. And if I can't get it updated, I will at least post in the community tab letting you guys know that for whatever reason I'm delayed and I'm not going to be able to start on time. But I will be here. One way or the other, I will be here. It may just be late. So don't panic if you show up at 5 p.m. Mountain Time and I am not on the computer and not on live, okay? I am going to be working on getting on. It's just a matter of whether I get where I'm going and then get stranded and can't make it back. I don't think it's going to happen because the temperature tomorrow is supposed to be high enough that it shouldn't be an issue. And they're fairly good about clearing the roads here, so I'm not super concerned, but it's it's an obligation that I couldn't like shift around. It involves a lot of other people, so I have to be there, and I can't dictate their schedule. Their schedule dictates mine. So I will be there for that, but then as soon as I can be, I will be here live, and I'm aiming for 5 p.m. Mountain Time. So if you guys want to join me tomorrow evening, I will be here, and we will be tackling Prismatic Star. So you will get to see what I have done and what I'm having to do to fix it because it wasn't coming out right. So you guys will get to see what's going on, okay? So thank you all for being here. Go back and watch Tuesday's video if you have not already watched it. Go watch it. Go vote. I need your votes. I want to know what you think. And make sure if you are not already in the Facebook group, there is also a link. If there's not one below this video, there is a link below Tuesday's video to go join the Facebook group. So you can come get into the group and start joining the Show and Tell. There is a giveaway in October for the Show and Tell series. So you want to participate if you want to be entered for that giveaway. I do have an idea of what's going into or what is going to be there for that giveaway, and it is going to be well worth it. Absolutely well worth it. But I don't have anything set in stone just yet. But I have an idea, and I will make it happen. So I will see you guys tomorrow evening. Have a great rest of your afternoon for a Saturday, and I will see you tomorrow evening.